That's fine.
Where's my daddy?
Your daddy's sleeping. He's sleeping. I'm gonna move this back
Where's my
out of the way.
daddy?
So you're not going live with me? Huh? Okay. Great morning, great morning, great morning. You guys come on in. Come on in. Y'all saw Joe make a quick appearance this morning. I feel Isaac coming. Isaac, you going live? Come on. Tell the people hi. You. Come on up. You can climb in the chair. Good morning. Say good morning. Yeah, that's you. Say good morning.
What's this?
That's my ring light. Isaac, you gonna tell him good morning? Come on. Come on. Come on. You want to sit right there? You won't be in the camera. Well, come on. Come on.
Hi, me.
Oh, my
Oh, mama. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. Oh, mama.
goodness. Say good morning.
Good morning.
Go with a smile. Say good morning.
Good morning.
Not everybody gets a good morning from Justin. They should feel special.
Isaac, say hey. Say hey. Say hey. Great morning, everybody. Great morning, great morning. Oh, Miss April said, great morning, boys. Yes. Hey, Prophetess Tammy, how you doing? Thank you, gorgeous. Thank you for sharing, April. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to get started in just a second. This morning, as I was talking to my daughter-in-law, she was asking me what the live was about, and we were talking about the Boys' Day. And they were talking about the fruits of the Spirit. And it just struck me. And so I wanted to ask you guys, what fruit are you producing? What fruit are you producing? You know, listen, an apple tree is going to produce apples. An orange tree is going to produce oranges. A grapevine is going to produce grapes.
Here you go.
What are we producing? Thank you, baby. This is my birthday present.
Yeah.
The boys signed it for me. They autographed it. See, Joe and Isaac, they picked their colors. So every time I open it up, I'm going to think about Joe and Isaac. Yeah, Isaac. So y'all listen, we're going to get started. We're going to get started. But look, I want to know, do you have your alive? Have y'all got your alive? Get your alive out. We're going to get ready for our shot. Get your alive out. Yeah. Apple cinnamon. It's apple cinnamon like the bagels are going to be. Yeah, this is my juice.
Also.
It's apple cinnamon, aloe vera leaf. It's raspberry ketones, maca root. It's what else? Chlorella and spirulina. What else, y'all? Help me. What did I leave out? Because I left something out. Ginger root. Who likes ginger?
Me.
I like it too. Yes, Mama V likes ginger too. Yeah.
Me too.
Yes. All natural. Now I just gotta open it up, y'all. This is a new bottle. Y'all know we finished it off yesterday. Lord. Be careful. Don't hurt yourself.
Hey, I don't hurt myself.
Good. What color is this, Joe?
Blue.
What color is this?
D.
Look at this. What color is this?
D.
Yellow. That's
D.
Look, Isaac is waving. Hey, Jackie. Hey, Mike. Okay.
No.
Thank you, Joe. You're a good helper.
I
Go
had
down.
Huh?
We gotta go down.
Oh.
I'm trying to find the spot and I don't see it right now.
You
Mama.
not see it?
I can't see it.
Oh.
You'll hold it. Uh-oh, here it is right here. I feel it. There we go. There we go, Joe.
Daddy, what's this?
So that's the top. Let's go ahead, shake your alive up. Shake your alive. Shake, shake, shake. Shake the devil off. You know that's a song, Joe.
What's up?
You want some? You have to ask your mama, can you taste it?
Huh? I got it.
Okay.
Do you want a little cup for them or you can?
You want to taste it? You like it? He just drunk it, girl.
You like
You
it,
want to
Joe?
taste it? Thank you. You want to taste it? Mmm. Mmm. Wait a minute, I'm gonna put the top on. Listen, they over here drinking my live up, y'all. My babies. Here's to legacy and generations. Mm. Mm. And you wanted some more? I'll give you a little more. I didn't think you were gonna like it.
Huh?
I didn't think you were gonna like it. I'll give you some too. Y'all listen, these kids over here on this alive.
Daddy, waffles ready?
Buddy, I'm not making waffles.
What? No?
Look at them.
No waffles?
They are just drinking this alive up, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all. And y'all know kids are picky.
What's this?
That's the paper.
This.
Mm-hmm. You through? You through? Okay, y'all. So we can ready to get started. Okay, so let me talk, okay? Can Big Mama talk? Okay. All right. So listen. Let me ask Joe. Joe,
Huh?
what are the fruits of the spirit? Joy. Is joy a fruit of the spirit? Huh? Is that a fruit? Joy is a fruit of the spirit?
Not I.
Not I?
No, I.
No I?
My.
Is it gonna have him
Mom.
jumping through the roof with suggestions of more energy? We're not gonna hit. We're not hitting. We're not hitting. Okay? We're loving, because that's a fruit of the spirit. Love is a fruit of the spirit. Joy is a fruit of the spirit. Gentleness is a fruit of the spirit. Don't you blow spit bubbles on me. Oh my goodness. Great morning, Stacy. Better than candy. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to give them the same results. Because it also helps with mood. There you go, baby. It's not just energy, but it also helps with mood. And digestion. That's the other thing, is it helps with digestion. Today, as I was thinking about the fruit of the spirit and thinking about what God is doing in us, and when God matures you, he has to deal with the fruit of the spirit. He's got to deal with your spirit. Thank you, Stacy. Great morning, Lisa. He has to deal with the fruit of the spirit. Why? Because it's in that area that people can see what's going on inside of you. Hold on. Hold on. So, fruit of the Spirit, love. Love. When you have the fruit of the Spirit, love is going to show up. You're going to love people, right? It doesn't mean that you think that everyone is perfect or anything like that, but you love them nonetheless. Like you are more freely giving of your love. Another fruit is joy. I talked about that first, right? Because I think that that's one that we often miss, but joy, having true joy. You know, the word of God says the joy of the Lord is my strength. And when you have the joy of the joy of the Lord helps to take you through any challenges you may encounter. Yes, peace, peace. You know, being able to walk in peace, to live in peace, to move in peace, to have peace, most importantly, is definitely a fruit of the Spirit. Also, meekness. Now, meekness does not mean you just let people walk all over you, but what it does mean is it's a level of humility. Meekness is a level of humility. You don't feel like you have to lord things over people. You're able to, even in situations where you're right, operate in a level of humility that doesn't beat the other person up about you being right. But also temperance. Temperance is, another word for temperance is what, Joe? Self what? Self-control. Yes, self-control. So being able to have self-control. Being able to have self-control. Now, that doesn't mean that things won't happen. It means that you control yourself in the midst of things happening. You control yourself in the midst of challenges. You control yourself. You are able to not allow your flesh to rule and take over. Papa, you gonna have to rinse it. You gonna have to rinse it. It may have some. It may have some flour on it. Yes, yes. Cat's not alive, but the boys are definitely alive, honey. They alive. They was alive before they got some alive. And Joe liked it too. But you saw what both of them did, but I was really surprised because Joseph is picky. It was the apple cinnamon that got him.
Daquan gone?
Oh, no, he's up in
Now Papa finna be alive. Joe, that's what he does when he takes his alive. Do it again, babe. Yes, 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 Jason. Absolutely. That self-control, right? That self-control. Listen, listen. Listen. Kindness, being kind to people. You know, it costs you $0 to be kind. You know, just to be nice to people. You can be nice to people. Gentleness, you know, handling things gently, right? Not being so harsh, so hard. Patience. Listen, patience and gentleness and long suffering and kindness and self-control and humility and peace and joy and love is also a fruit of the calm. That calm will help you with those fruit because they're in you, but they're unable to produce. So calm helps you pull those fruit of the Spirit out, right? It helps with your self-control. Look, my son Travella said it made him feel like he was doing Tai Chi. Everything was good. Even the stuff that wasn't good, his response to it was different because of that calm. That calm, it cuts down that anxiety, that stress, that tension. I'm just saying, honey, these products help with the fruit. I think I love my husband a little more when I have my alive and my calm. It makes it a little easier for the love to flow forth and to show itself. And then long suffering. Long suffering is the ability to endure for an extended period of time as people go through things, as you go through things. Long suffering means it takes longer for you to get angry, right? Long suffering is enduring things for an extended period of time. So the fruit of the spirit are important. And the question is, what fruit are you producing? What fruit are you producing? Because listen, check this out. And given, listen, I'm going to tell you this, and some people may agree or not agree, but whatever, you know. But listen, let me say this. Sometimes it's challenging to exercise the fruit of the spirit because your hormones are out of whack and they're raging. You've got all of this stuff going on in your physical body that makes it difficult. Remember, you know, the word of God says that, you know, our spirit is at war with our flesh, right? So your spirit wants to be long suffering, but your flesh, your hormones, all of this stuff, you know, your neurotransmitters aren't firing the way they're supposed to. Your serotonin and dopamine levels are low. It's difficult to have joy because, you know, your body, like physically, is working against you in that area. And so it's why it's very important that we take care of our bodies and get our bodies in balance. See, we're trying to do some things, and physically, our body is our worst enemy with them because our body is not in alignment. But when your body gets in alignment, your mind is in alignment, your spirit is in alignment. Listen, when you are totally in alignment with God, it's much easier for these fruit to be produced. It's just like with a tree. Listen, if you've got an orange tree, right? And that orange tree has some kind of infection in it that's preventing it from growing the way it should, preventing the oranges from being as sweet as they should. If there are external conditions, there's been freezes that have affected the tree, then it's going to be more difficult for the orange to be as sweet, as juicy, as nourishing as it normally would. The same is true with us and our bodies. So it's great. Yes, we are to produce the fruit of the spirit. We are to walk out the fruit of the spirit. But baby, can you help your body help you instead of fight you? Can you help your body work with you instead of fighting you? Because right now your body may be fighting you. Y'all, I'm telling you, serotonin and dopamine, all of that stuff makes a difference. When your serotonin levels are in order or working the way they're supposed to, when your dopamine levels are like, it is much easier to face the challenges of life than when they're low. Low serotonin, low joy. It's challenging. It's challenging. Low patience, low kindness. Kindness is a little easier, but that long suffering and stuff, listen, it's challenging. Does it excuse us from producing the fruit of the spirit? It doesn't. But what I'm telling you is we can do it better when our body is in alignment. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, Joe? It does. He's over there eating cantaloupe. Hey, you eating cantaloupe too? Huh? So today, as you know, we're going through listen, and let me tell y'all why I'm talking about this. See, God, I thank you. Today is Labor Day and people are cooking out. And y'all know, when people cook out, everybody got their opinion on how the meat's supposed to be cooked. Everybody talking about how stuff is supposed to be made. People want to get attitudes and stuff. Not today, because we're walking around in the fruit of the spirit. We're walking around with love, joy, peace. We're walking around with self-control. We're walking around with kindness. We're walking around with gentleness. We're walking around with humility. We're walking around making sure that we are walking, living, breathing examples of the fruit of the spirit on the earth. And we're doing it with grace. Doing it with grace, doing it with mercy. Listen, you gotta get it together, because people are gonna be people. When I was getting ready to do the wedding, and I know weddings create weddings and funerals. Weddings and funerals there's a lot of tension. There are a lot of challenges. They tend to be stressful. Baby, I had to hit my calm with that chamomile in it. Has some vitamin D in it, which is actually good for your bones as well, right? It's got chamomile, it's got vitamin D. It's something else, baby. What else is it? Chamomile, vitamin D, something else. B12, another mood enhancer that helps with our mood, right? Because we tend to be low in those B vitamins. So you had that vitamin D, that chamomile, and that B12, and I'm calm. I think I've got some carryover right now because the boys have not frazzled me. I'm not frazzled. I am not moved. I'm just good. I'm good. It's probably left over from my dreaming. I took my dreaming this morning. So, that has chamomile in it. It also has melatonin in it to relax you. So I'm a little relaxed right now. So I'm relaxed. I'm good. My baby said the realness comes during those two family events. Absolutely. Lisa said, okay, long suffering is a real teacher. Yes. He's talking about, okay, we ain't never running out. Hey, Corey. Right, Tammy. Kindness costs nothing. It doesn't cost anything to be kind. So look. Jason put the text in Galatians 5:22-23. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance or temperance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against such things there is no law. Okay? So you got to know, you guys, that what you're producing matters. So here we go. As God is maturing us,
He's coming, he just looked.
As God is maturing us, we should see the evidence of our maturing in the fruit. We should see the evidence of the maturing in the fruit. They're going outside, y'all. They got their own little garden out there. Joseph brought a green pepper in. You need your shoes on?
But let Isaac out. He doesn't want his shoes.
So I need my shoes.
Okay. Let Isaac out and you go get your shoes. Open the door for Isaac, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Isaac, you going outside? You going outside? You going outside? Go on. Look, go on. Thank you, Joe.
Joseph, your Crocs, if you want your Crocs, they're in the front closet in the back.
These boys are something else. I am so amazed. And Joseph is talking so good. Like he just was talking about the firemen, firefighters. He was talking about the fire truck. He likes uniforms. Don't you? You like the uniforms? Yeah. He had me reading a book to him about the police officers. He likes the uniforms. I had to ask him. I said, listen, are you always getting this police officer book? Are you being a police officer? I need to know if you're going to be the popo. Let me know. He said, no, I'm not going to be that. But he definitely likes the uniforms.
And the lights.
And the lights, yes.
And
He likes that. Go on out. You can go outside. Go on. Just like I watch them and I see them growing up. That's how God is with us as we grow up, as we mature. People ought to notice. They ought to notice your maturity. They ought to notice that something's different about you. The thing about kids, and this is one of the reasons that I love being around kids, kids are going to be just honest. They're going to be direct. They're not going to put on a show for you. They're going to be who they are, right? And we get good at trying to put on a show for people, trying to pretend like we're somebody. when on the inside, we're not that person yet. On the inside, that's not what's going on. But we get good at putting on the show. But the real fruit of the Spirit shows up, because in those tight situations, you can't fake it. Like, you can only fake it for so long, and then you are going to show up. What's in you is going to come out. So when I watch them and I watch them growing, and I hear his vocabulary changing and increasing, and I see his, don't shut it, baby. Leave it open for I. Yeah. Yeah, for I. Thank you. They're independent, seeing them, especially, listen, the last time I saw Isaac, he was just barely walking. Now he run the whole house. He just be going all around. He's outside looking and watching, seeing what's going on. You all, when we allow God, when we become like little children, and we allow God to do what he desires to do in our lives, it changes the game, because then we get out of pretense, we get out of pride. Those are the things that hold us up. Those are the things that prevent us from fully walking in what God has for us to walk in, because we're so concerned about appearance, but not with transformation. See, real transformation doesn't require a show. It just requires us to show up. I gotta sneeze, hold on. Excuse me. Thank you. Real transformation doesn't require a show. It requires us to show up. Hey, Bishop, how you doing? Beautiful. So when we talk about what fruit are you producing, we're asking a genuine question. The question is, how are you showing up in the tight times, in the tight situations, when no one is watching? You know, listen, I can be great on live, right? But God is concerned about what I'm doing when I'm not on live. He's concerned about that. He's concerned about how I show up then, just like how I show up now. But see, listen, if a camera's on, you know, you can automatically kind of adjust yourself, right? But listen, I am excited about the work God is doing in me. Angel number 166, in the most intimate relationships, you know, in my relationship with my husband, because that's the place where most of the time it's with your spouse and with your children that the parts of you that the world doesn't get to see shows up. I want all parts of me to be in alignment with God's word. I want to show the fruit of the Spirit to my husband, right? Bye. When he gets on my nerves, I want to still be able to show the fruit of the Spirit. When I don't agree with him, I want to still be able to show the fruit of the Spirit. When I don't like the way he did something or the way he said something, I want to exhibit the fruit of the Spirit. So I want that, but that is coming to God like a little child. Like, God, I need you. Daddy, I need you. I need you to help me with this because I'm struggling. Angel number 166. Let me go on and look this up. Ooh. Let me look this up. This is where the real transformation comes in. Y'all know what 166 is. Angel number 166 is a message of family and home and urges you to create a warm and loving home environment. He talking about fruit me with your bad self. Tim is crazy. Catherine, he said fruit me with your bad self. Oh my goodness. Angel number 166 implies that it is your chance to win because you have put yourself in the best position to become someone different. It's a message from your angels to keep your thoughts heavenward and positive and let go of material matters or concerns and trust that God is going to provide. It's a message that you need to be orderly and more organized. Listen, This number is a sign that you're on the right path and your hard work is paying off. It's a message to fulfill your dreams and desires by having the right attitude and balance. You can focus your mind on manifesting your desires. Manifesting is the process of bringing something into being, into existence in the earth realm. Listen, it is, and I know people be like, ooh, manifesting. Yes, the promises of God made manifest are taking the promises of God from the text, right? And bringing them into the natural, into the earth realm. See, the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of God, right, is at hand, right? But you've got to pull it into your life. You've got to bring that into existence here. You've got to bring those things that are in the spirit into the natural. As above, so below. You have to manifest that. We manifest that with our obedience. We manifest it with our obedience. You've got to understand that what God is doing in this season is he's taking the text and he is creating living, breathing, walking examples of the text. It's not enough anymore for you to know the word, but you've got to live the word. You've got to be the word, and you have to do the word. Many people can recite the word, but they don't necessarily do the word. They don't necessarily show up as the word. See, listen, this is what you got to understand. Jesus was the living word. We are his brothers and sisters. He is our elder brother. He is setting the example for us. He set the example for us. We're supposed to look like the word. Message of family and love. Create a safe space of love. Keep thoughts upwards. Yes, orderly and organized. Fulfillment comes as you appropriate the kingdom of God. Bring those things into the earth realm. Yes. Yes, Jason, we have to take it by force. Now, listen. Y'all can do what you want to. Live, love, do the word. Yes. Be the word. Yes. Listen, I'm telling y'all, you know why so many people struggle with the church? They struggle with the church because they see the people in the church not being the word, not doing the word. They say all the right word. They'll beat them up over the head with the word, but they're not living the word. You got to live it. You got to live it. And living it is going to cost you some things. It's going to mean that you have to die to self. Angel number 166. You got to die to self. You got to die to self. Y'all, I don't know about y'all, but I struggle with dying to self. Some ways of dying to self are easy for me. Other ways are more difficult. Hey, man of God. Hey, street prophet. How you doing? Oh, thank you, son. Listen, when you understand that, and I'm telling you, see, we've got the spiritual gifts part down. We've got the churchese down, the words to say, the things to say, the things to do. But when it comes to life, when it comes to home, when it comes to those intimate relationships, we are struggling with manifesting the fruit of the Spirit. God desires balance. He desires us to have balance. So what? I can prophesy. So what? My prophecies are accurate if I mistreat my husband. It doesn't mean anything. That's why the Apostle Paul said, he was talking and he said, the greatest of these is love. If I prophesy, if I do all of those things, but have not love, I have nothing. Nicole said, many honor God with their lips, but their hearts are far from him. Yes, he's bringing us into alignment. God is calling for alignment. It is in alignment. When things are in alignment, that fruit that is healthy for you, good fruit, is produced. Alignment is necessary. Thank you, man of God. So when I'm talking to you all, I need you to understand that God is calling us to be in alignment and balance. And listen, The majority of my Christian life, I've been very out of balance. I've been very out of balance. I've been out of balance at home. When it came to the church, oh, listen, I'm all in. But when it came to home, there was not that balance. So can I tell you the result? Can I tell you the result? My children began to kind of resent church because they were in church all the time. We were always in church. We were in church 6 days a week, at least 6 days a week. When I pastored, they sacrificed. They had to sacrifice so much for the ministry to run. Because guess what? When the tithes and offerings didn't cover the bills, guess who had to cover it? We did. That meant that we had to take away from our home. So people don't understand that sometimes because we fail to create that balance in home, we fail to create that balance in our marriages. We set them up for destruction. We give the enemy not a toehold, a foothold to run through our families and our relationships, because we do church more than we do relationship, and we don't have balance. You've got to have balance. And I'm not saying don't be sold out to God, because even in being sold out to God, the first ministry that he instituted was family. Marriage, that was the first institution. Marriage existed before the church existed. But we put everything in the church. And then our families go lacking. Our marriages go lacking. God says in this season, he is setting our minds and our hearts in the position and the posture for ministries to flourish as families flourish, as marriages flourish, but not for them to be in competition with one another or for God to be resented because people are not operating in the balance that's needed. See, people get confused about why PKs, preachers' kids, walk away from the church, but I'm not confused at all. They see the ways that the people hurt their parents. They see the sacrifices that their parents make away from them. They feel like everybody else gets more of their parents than they do, and they get the leftovers. I'm not surprised. They feel constrained, like everybody is looking at them, everybody is judging them, and many times they're absolutely correct. They are. And so they get tired of it, and when they get a taste of freedom and an opportunity to be free, they just want to be free until they establish their own relationship with God. And this is why I know for a fact that when you deposit it in them, that it stays. I was talking to my oldest son. Now, he ain't the one to really go to church like that. He ain't trying to go. He's seen a lot. He ain't trying to go. But he said, and I had to learn that I got to listen to my daddy. He wasn't talking about his biological daddy. He said, so if I want to know how to do something, I ask him. And he answers me. And so when he tells me what to do, I do that. And it works. But as he's built and stepped into this personal relationship with God, he's seeing success and he's flourishing because he's in alignment with God in him, not God outside, not God in the sky, but God that resides in him and has resided in him. You understand what I'm saying? He has moved beyond his resentment, anything that he may have felt, into a place where he is relying on God as his source, as his guide, not mama. Not mama. Not mama, but God. And his girlfriend was telling him, I'm telling on you. He said, tell. Who you gonna tell? She said, I'm telling your mama. He said, he's her daddy too. And I was immediately reminded of a conversation I had with my daddy. And in the conversation, my daddy was talking about asking his daddy for some money. He needed some money. He asked his daddy for it. And he said, son, you better pray. Son, you better pray. And he said, I prayed. He said, well, you didn't pray right. You need to go back and pray again. So when he went back and prayed, God told him, I'm his daddy too. I'm not just your daddy, I'm his daddy too. So he has to come to me too. So why would you think that you got to go to him when you can just come to me directly, because I'm his daddy too. So when my son said that, it reminded me of that. We've got to understand that God is our children's daddy too. We can't be in the way of God. Corey said the fruit never falls far from the tree. Absolutely. Prophetess Tammy said, God gave me this morning. He said, simply ask, seek, knock. Yes. Nicole said, I had to build my own relationship with God and not go on my experience as a PK kid. Absolutely, Nicole. Hey, Lorianne. Good morning, Dr. V. Balance, balance, balance. PK life is real. Yes, honey. Yes, yes, yes. I've seen a lot. I love my church, but I will not do that to my boys. Relationship with God, your spouse, over church. Ministry begins at home. Absolutely. My hubby said, amen, Nicole. I'm a PK too. Mm-hmm. Jason said, that's what my oldest kid said to me last week, especially my son. But he understood that I had to do God's will. He said, that's why he don't want to be the part of the church. He's seen how they treated me. Yes, I'm telling you. And our kids take that personally. Because we're their parents. And they know the sacrifices that we're making. And they see how we're being treated. So what we have to do then is teach them God is not reflective of the church. The church is not always reflective of God. The church consists of people, right? People are human. People are going to make mistakes. They're going to fall short. They're going to. Not they might. They're going to. But God will never leave you nor forsake you. Like he is just not going to do it. So as my son has come into that. And the thing is, they know the word. So they can't sit and listen to something that ain't the word. They're not going to get caught up in the hoopla. They're not. Because even when they were children, I taught them the word in very practical ways. Very practical ways. And I was really out of the box with a lot of the stuff that I did. But I wanted them to see how... See, I'm telling y'all, this is nothing but God. This is why I know that God is at work. Nicole said, unfortunately, my two oldest sons are going through that now. But it's okay. Listen, I'm telling y'all, listen, this is the thing that I know that you can rest in. They know God and they hear God's voice. God has protected them. God has kept them when their friends did stuff. And God knows how to get their attention when they're not listening. You don't have to worry about it. God's got them. And that fact, I think, has been the thing that has helped me the most in navigating their journeys. Because they have their own journeys that they have to take. People will tell you that's one of my favorite things to say. Everybody has their own journey, you know, and you got to let people take their journey. Now, listen, as much as I say that, check this out. Oh my God, God just been on me. Listen, he need to leave me alone. Because he been on me. I don't appreciate it. Putting me on blast. But as much as I say that, I struggle with letting my husband take his journey. Even though I'm always saying everybody has their own, I struggle with letting him take his journey. I struggle with it. I'm not going to lie. I like, it's a struggle for me. I struggle with it. I struggle with it. But let me go deeper. Let me go deeper. See, God making me go deeper. Yes, Corey, the prodigal sons and daughters will return home. They absolutely will. Hey, Clara. Listen, let me say this. I remember, since I gotta check your motives, right? I remember when my daughter was running away. And listen, I'm talking about for a good year. She ran away off and on. She ran away. I'm like, what in the world? This don't even make no sense. And I said it didn't make sense because she had her own room. She had her own TV. She had her own game system. She had her own phone. She had clothes, right? She had her biological mother and father together. Listen. So I couldn't understand why she was running away, right? Oh, she's the daughter of the pastor. She's the pastor's daughter. She's the prophet's daughter, right? And God began to deal with me. Yes, I was worried about her. I wanted her to be safe. I wanted her to be home. But there was another piece to it. The other piece to it was she's making me look bad. How do I look when my own child won't stay at home and is running away? How do I look as a pastor? You know, is that me being able to control my household? Because, you know, that's the first thing, you know, they must be able to rule their house well. But ruling your house well doesn't mean that everybody in your house is going to act right. I don't know who said that or thought that, but that is not what that means, right? It means that you operate in strong and good leadership in your home. But you cannot control other people. So I was really concerned about how I was looking. Like, she got me out here looking like a bad mama. And God dealt with me on that. Sometimes God will allow things to happen and allow you to go through things in order for you to get your motives right and your motivation right. Yes. I know that there's more in my husband. Yes. I know that God is calling him to more. Yes. I know that he's going to do even greater exploits for the Lord. Yes. I know absolutely all of that. I want him there now. Why? Why do I want him there now? I want him there now so that he can walk in it, but I also want him there now so that people don't look at me like, this look off. I want him there now because I want him there now. Like, I want to be able to, there are things I want us to be able to do together. Well, all my motivations are not about him, nor are they all about God. Some of that deals with people.
Huh?
And so I've got to deal with that. See, y'all, this is the part that people don't say. This is the part that people don't address. First of all, people already be saying that women shouldn't be, you know, pastors and they're not to be leaders and stuff. And then when it doesn't look like it's in alignment, although it can look like it's in alignment and not be in alignment. I'd much rather it totally be in alignment than for it to be an act. I'd rather have that. Nicole said, that's where I am with my husband. I want him there now for God's glory, but more so for me. Right. And so, Nicole, we got to check our motives because God ain't doing it for us. He's doing it for his glory. And the process is the process. And we've got to allow them to go through their own process the way we went through our process. And then we've got to understand that even where it is right now, just how it is right now, is ministering to somebody. See, this stuff people don't want to talk about because they don't want to be vulnerable. They don't want to admit that there's a part of them that just wants them there because for their self, that's selfish, right? But it's necessary to have these conversations because y'all listen, I'm trying to help somebody. I'm trying to help me. I'm trying to help me take the journey and navigate the journey. Because if all you're focused on is them being in a certain place or being a certain way, you can't appreciate and value who they are right now in your life. You will create dissatisfaction in your relationship. You will create frustration in your relationship instead of enjoying the journey together and enjoying the process. If I had my way, my husband would be sitting right up here next to me in this space right here. He'd be sitting right there. Y'all see how there's space enough for him? Yeah, he would be sitting right there and we would be doing this together. If I had my way, that's what I want. But do you know that your assignment is not necessarily your spouse's assignment? We can want it to be, but it's not necessarily their assignment. So instead of us trying to make them do something that they're not ready to do or make them be someone that they're not yet and may never be, we have to learn how to accept them for who they are. Accept them for who they are. Accept them for where they are. I know we see their potential, but come on now. You got to let them take the journey. That's right, Nicole. Wrong expectations equal disappointment. So you want them to do it the way you want to do it or want them to do it, but that's not necessarily the way they're going to do it. It doesn't mean that their way is wrong. It simply means it's not your way. So you got to allow them to take their journey.
Whoa, that's a big one.
You got to allow them to take their journey. And I don't know about y'all, and maybe I'm the only one that goes through that, where you want somebody to be a certain way and they're not, and so you get frustrated with it. Maybe I'm the only one that experiences that. But for those of you who do, if you should experience that, this is where the fruit of the Spirit come in. And maybe that's why I'm talking about the fruit of the Spirit, because maybe my fruit is a little rotten right now when it comes to him. Maybe my fruit's a little rotten. Maybe I'm trying to feed him bad fruit. So I got to get my fruit together. And the sweetness of the fruit is determined by your motivation, by your heart, because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. What's in your heart? What's in your heart? Yes, Nicole. Honey, listen, because I know he didn't have me checking mine, because mine been a little tainted, okay? My fruit been a little tainted, and I can't speak for nobody else, but I can definitely speak for me. My fruit been tainted. So God said, check your fruit. Get your fruit together. Get your motives together. What saboteur is that? What saboteur is that? Well, there's the pleaser in there, wanting to please people. There's the hyperachiever in there, wanting to achieve it. So listen, check this out. So as we're building this business together, y'all know, one, I'm used to doing it by myself, so I do it the way I want to, right? Two, I'm used to doing it from a wrong place. Huh? Y'all heard what I said. I'm used to doing it from a wrong place. So I'm encountering challenges, right? And the challenge that I'm encountering is that God is checking all of my motivations. Why are you doing this? Why is this important? Why do you need that? He's checking all of my motives. When you allow God to check your motives, then you allow him to do the deep work in you. You position yourself to be able to address the deep things, the things that come out, whether you mean for them to or not, because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Let God do the deep work on you, because if you let him do the deep work, then what you produce is going to taste differently. It's going to look differently. It's going to feel differently. It's going to be different. Today, my prayer is that you would check your fruit, that you would allow the fruit of the Spirit to show up, that you would allow the fruit to manifest in your life so that you can be a living, breathing example of what a living sacrifice looks like, of what the word in action looks like, you know. So, you know, you gotta hold on. Jackie said, I'm dealing with that now. God has shown me a glimpse into my husband's future, and I'm pushing him faster than he is ready to go. I have to learn to step back and just wait for God. Yes. Yes, Jackie. Because once you see it, oh my goodness, once you see it, you're like, come on. No, if you just come over here, I'm telling you, I already saw it. Jason said, that's it right there. Accept them for where they are. The reason why we feel that way, because you see it in them. I feel the same way about April. Yes. Good fruit don't need all that Tajin seasoning. Yes, it do. Tahini seasoning, it do. Good fruit tastes gooder with tahini. So listen, y'all, I pray this word has blessed you. Make sure you go on over to the Intentional You group so you can hear day 4 devotion. Make sure you tune on in. Listen, know this, you guys. Know that I love you. And my prayer is that you would be able to learn from my openness and my transparency so that you don't have to go through everything that I go through, and that you can learn ways to navigate it. Because listen, if we share more, maybe it would help more people. It will help more people. Look, Nicole talking about note, but time is good sometimes. Maybe it can help more people. Listen, I pray this word bless you. And if the word bless you and you want to sow a seed, you can sow a seed at Cash App $DRV Johnson 777. Cash App $DRV Johnson 777. Know this, know that I love you to life and life more abundant. Listen, have an amazing, incredible, and epic Labor Day. Be blessed, you guys. Mwah.